Okay, after watching the tape from yesterday's game, I thought special teams did a nice job. We had some good returns. We had I thought we covered well, hit all the kicks. Guys are working their rear ends off on special teams and starting to show some of those situations. Defensively, I thought we played well for the majority part of the game. I thought the corners played pretty good against some good receivers. Obviously, Kendricks had a big game. Vigil did a nice job. I thought the defensive line played solid the entire time. And offensively, we started out a little slow, turned the ball over on a fumble. We weren't able to get the ball down the field until late in the ball game, but we came up with 3 drives there at the end that allowed us to win the football game. So still got a lot of work to do, get back going this week and start grinding again. But I was proud of the way that the team fought and performed, and finally to get into the fourth quarter and go get a win.
Matt, followed by Jim.
Hey, Mike. I was hoping you could explain what happened on the Kendricks interception, and if that's part of his skill set that makes him unique, is his ability to get back on a route like that, or what happened that led to that interception?
He was in a coverage that was, where he was working kind of the middle of the field, and he's got a very good feel about when guys are trying to come behind him or try to clear him out. And so this guy was trying to kind of come behind him, and I think he just rolled with him and made a really good play.
Mike, when you look at this group of players, there's been so many opportunities for this team to bail or go off the tracks. I mean, you had the Dalvin situation, you have COVID, you have all these tough losses, yet this group doesn't give up. The compete level has been pretty remarkable. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think, Jim, biggest thing is character in the locker room. But the same thing. We've had a bunch of tough losses, but we've also had, a lot of opportunities to win those games too. And so, I think it was important that we won yesterday because they keep giving great effort, and they haven't had a lot to show for it. So. I think that should energize us even a little bit more. And but we had a lot of guys go in there and play well. And typically, when you got good character in the locker room, guys continue to fight. So, but it was important for us to win yesterday.
Chris, followed by Courtney.
Yeah, Mike, with 5 defensive starters, guys filling in and doing a pretty good job with you. Well, does that kind of, for the future, especially obviously this being a long 17-game season?
You were breaking up, but I'm assuming you said something about the guys that filled in. Is that right?
About that, I'm in an airport that was not good. But just how well does it bode for the future? The guys filled in for the defensive starters out, especially with this being a long 17-game season.
Well, I think, like I said, I think the corners played well against 2 good receivers. I thought Cam Bynum did a nice job in the things that we asked him to do. Vigil's been playing a lot this year because of, the bar injury, but, we're still trying to figure out some ways to continue to get some more pass rush with the guys that we have. So, that's going to be a work in progress, and we'll keep trying to figure out more ways.
Smith, Barr, Patrick Peterson, you think you'll have any of those guys back this Sunday?
I'm hopeful.
Mike, when it comes to the offensive play calling operation, were there any changes made to that yesterday as far as just like the execution of the play calling itself?
No. That was pretty much the same input from everybody. You know, just go with the plan. It wasn't, you mean like, did somebody else do the play calls or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you've told Clint previously, like, be more aggressive. Then yesterday, I remember you said, you told him fourth quarter, be more, like, on that situation about winning the game with the offense on the field. Like, is it just that it worked, or were there, like, was there different voices calling plays, like, about, you know, that yesterday?
No, there wasn't anything different.
Sam, followed by Chad.
Yeah, Mike, at about the halfway point of the season, have you taken stock at all with just the parity in the league and sort of the opportunity for, you know, you or anyone in the NFC to get hot and, you know, absolutely pull away to grab one of those playoff spots?
Not really. You know, we've been fighting so much and so hard to try to get back to get some wins. You know, I don't think when you're 3-5, you think about those things. I know that, you know, we did mention that, you know, there's been a lot of times we've got on a roll and you know, continue to get better and better, and we just got to figure out some ways to win games. And so hopefully we'll continue to do that, and then, you know, we'll kind of, you know, as hopefully we get some more wins, and then we can start talking about that a little bit more, I think.
Mike, the Chargers have been pretty good against the blitz, but yours seemed to get home on Sunday and disrupt Herbert quite a bit. What do you think worked so well with the blitzes that you brought?
Well, you know, Paul Gunther's been with me for a long time, and we've always done a nice job with the pressure package. I think he adds a lot to that, but you know, our guys executed it well. They actually changed up a lot of protections that they hadn't done late in the ball game that we kind of had to get the chalkboard out on the sideline and you know, go back to some of the other stuff that we've done in the past. So, but I give a lot of credit to Paul. I give a lot of credit to Adam and the players, you know, and to be able to adapt and adjust on the fly.
If I can jump in, how often does that happen where it kind of, you know, feels like coaching, I guess, out of a movie where you got the actual board on the sideline or kind of drawing things up mid-game?
Probably every week. You know, so, you know, we played that coordinator before, and we actually talked about it during the week with the coaches. You said, do you think who's going to give us these two different protections? And they hadn't done it all year, and, you know, we'd actually sacked him a few times in the past, and so we said, you know, he probably is not going to do that, and then we get it, you know, late in the ball game, and then we have to react and adjust. That's all.
Dave, followed by Joe.
Mike, on the 2 4th down attempts yesterday, had you made up your mind earlier on those drives that you were going to go for it, or was that more in the moment?
There was another time we're going to go for it too. It just, you know, it's really the situation. You know, it's not necessarily that drive. It's where we're at in that drive. You know, we're down there inside the one on the one, and then on the end of the game, I had pretty much just, you know, when it was 3rd and 20 and we got 18, and I'm thinking, let's try to win the game now. You know, we did it in Seattle 2 years ago or a year ago, and we didn't get it, you know, and they came back and beat us. But, you know, if we get an opportunity to win a game, then we're going to try and win the game.
Joe? All right, we'll go to Chris and then come back to Joe.
Yeah, hey, Mike, how are the guys on the various COVID lists doing? And Mason Cole said he had a chance to talk to Dakota Dozier and Garrett Bradbury at the facility today. So is it kind of positive? He said those guys are doing well.
Yeah, Dakota was here today. Bradbury was here today. We anticipate that Harrison Smith will get here Wednesday. Trying to think who else. Willicke's got to pass a couple tests. I can't remember who all else is on there.
Connolly.
Connolly will be back on Wednesday, I think is what they, Wednesday or Thursday.
Sam, followed by Courtney. You're on mute, Sam.
Sorry about that. Mike, you probably don't love having moving pieces on the offensive line, but has Mason Cole's play at least, necessitated the conversation to see if he can stay as part of that group, once Bradbury gets back at some place, or do you like him as your sort of swing guy?
We've had that conversation. We'll just have to see, this week in practice. Bradbury hasn't been here in 2 weeks, or I think it's missed 2 weeks now. So we're just going to have to try to sort it out this week. But Mason's done a really nice job. He's done a terrific job, and so we'll just try to figure this out. It's better than having no options.
Mike, when it comes to Kirk, what do you think the balance is going to be going forward to get this type of play you got out of him yesterday versus, I guess just that balance of, I want you to be aggressive and continue to throw the deep ball, but not really worrying as much about what if I throw an interception, what if I turn it over?
Well, I think Kirk, I don't think he worries about throwing interceptions. I know he doesn't want to throw them, and no quarterback does, but I think early in the game, they were kind of giving us some different looks with the safeties and doing a pretty good job of disguising it. And so he was getting the ball out and getting it to other areas, whereas later in the ball game, I think he had a really good feel for it. And there was times we needed to get the ball down the field. So, JJ made some great catches. Adam made some great catches, and I think that's kind of how he was early in the year, making these guys go get the football and them feeding off of their touches.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm not sure if everybody asked this, but Coach, Jefferson not only makes great plays and great catches, but he seems to bring an energy to the field. Is that energy, how valuable is that in a game?
I think it's big. He is a guy that loves to play football, loves to compete, loves, probably loves the limelight a little bit too. But when he makes those plays, I think it gives everybody positivity that, we're going to, we still have Cook and Thielen and Conklin and those guys to spread the ball around as well. So, they were paying a lot of attention to him yesterday, doubled him a lot. They rolled the coverage to him a lot, along with Thielen. So, there's times when we're going to have to, figure out ways to help him in some of these areas. Sorry, Deion Sanders.
That was my cue for time for two more. Eric and whoever else.
Yeah. Should we answer while we're on the call?
Yes.
Depends who it is.
It's Deion. Hey, Deion. Hey, I'm on a call right now. I'll call you back. Actually, I'm on a Zoom meeting with the media. You want to say hi? Oh, hung up. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike, you talk about trying to string some wins together here, and obviously the Packers coming down.
Can you hear me? Say what?
What's going on? My service is bad in my house.
How are you feeling? I'm on a interview right now with the media.
Oh.
You're on speaker. You're on speaker. You want to say hi?
Everybody, there's a big win my man had yesterday, and I picked him. I know he was going to be dominant yesterday. You ain't never know young coach beat you. I know better than that, man.
How are you feeling?
I'm making it, man. I'm getting better and better every day.
All right. I miss you. All right. I'll call you later. Bye-bye. Sorry, go ahead. I haven't been able to get a hold of him for like 2 weeks. So he's been in the hospital.
Okay. So you talk about trying to string some wins together. You know, obviously the Packers come in town. Any extra juice in the building this week, knowing you'll see them for the first time this year?
You know, I don't know. You know, it's a division game. Obviously, you know, we've had a lot of good battles over the years. You know, I think having won that game and them being at the top of the division, I hope there's a lot of juice.
I was going to ask about playing the Packers too, but is Dion the most impressive person in your cell phone, or is it Parcells?
Kenny Chesney, Parcells.
That's pretty good.
I got a few. Is that it?
Okay, let me ask this then, Bob. No, it's not it, Mike. When it comes to a quarterback that you've seen so many times in Aaron Rodgers, is there anything different about the preparation week, just knowing that he knows you and you know him?
That's a good question. You know, when you play guys like him, they're extremely hard to fool. They're very difficult to, you know, catch off guard. I think the biggest thing with him is, you know, our guys have to understand that this guy can make every throw. He can use his legs. He's very, very smart. You know, he can get him in a lot of good things, and so, you know, we're going to have to be tight in coverage, but, you know, we can't give up big plays as well, and, you know, they're spread the ball around a lot.